This is the last thing that I want to talk about. I'm going to cut it short, but I need to say this because this is the part that we have less control of, but we do have control. The invasion of technology. The invasion of technology. I term it invasion myself. I term it invasion because it's in your house whether you want it to be or not. Your child is using it whether you bought it for them or not. It's accessible to them whether you purchased it for them or not. What is our responsibility? To teach them how to properly use it. Technology has brought on a parent's helplessness and their inability to supervise children 24/7. Which has, again, that's the third thing that has diminished a parent's authority because you're not with them. And they have these tools that we buy for them. Come on, somebody. Why does your fourth grader need a phone? Why do they need a phone? Well, they need to reach me in an emergency. If they're in school, there shouldn't be an emergency that they can't call you from a phone in the school. Come on, somebody. Times are not that tough that you can't ask somebody. We buy them phones because they want one. There you go again. Teaching them as if they're paying a bill. As if phones are free. Phones are not free. I wish I could reduce my phone bill. I'm always looking for a chance to reduce it. This invasion of technology into our lives. The changes in technology and social media have made it almost impossible to monitor them. The infiltration of televisions, computers, tablets, internet, the chats, the mobile phones, all of these softwares that are on these phones that have infiltrated and invaded these children's lives. Let me ask you this. For all of you who say, you're just old-fashioned. Did you hear? That's me. I'm young and old-fashioned. Pastor, you don't understand. They need all this. Their teacher said they had to have a phone to be able to access the internet. You can have internet in your house in one room that you monitor that has a block on it. Promise about it. Don't act like there's no way to monitor it. You just want them to have what everybody else has. Nobody wants their child to be the one without. When I get through, you might want your child. You might go home and snatch it away. I would if I were you. I don't care if they're 15, 16 and don't know what to do with it. If your child is sneaky, that's the one you don't want to have it. If they're sneaky already, don't give them a tool. Come on, somebody. How many of you would voluntarily take your child to a sex offender's house and say, here, watch him or watch her? Not one. How many of you would take your child to a pervert's house and say, hey, babysit my kid? Every time you let them on the internet without supervision, you are opening them up into these perverted homes. Every time you let them on the internet, on their phones, when you give them a phone without your supervision, you are taking them to the pervert's house.